Well, it's been hard work. We might get struggled with some of the conditions. Finally paid off. Was it £26.8? Got a bit of orange colour. So it's Sunday, the 23rd. Oh, hold on. Right, so it's Sunday the 23rd October, and me and my bivvy buddy today, or this weekend, or this 6 days, is Madam, which I'm hoping you can see her. You should be able to see her. So yeah, it's Sunday. It's about 11:45. Got here Friday morning. Me, Mikey, Yoda were here early Friday, and the Welk, Ross, joined us a little bit later, sort of Friday afternoon, and we've done 48 hours. The boys have now packed up and gone. They went a little while ago, and me and Madam are staying on till around Thursday. This is the Black Lagoon fishery. This is probably going to be the start of the diaries I'm going to be doing here. Plan to be coming here a lot for the next year or so, and doing regular visits and diary pieces, so everyone can keep up to date with what's going on, what's being caught, how the lake changes in appearance through the summers, the winters, autumn as it is now. No joy at the moment, although Mikey did have one, a lovely black common, and it is black as well. So he's the only one. Like I say, I'm now here on my own, apart from Toya, and this is where I'm starting the blog. The last 48, I haven't done any video, done a few pictures and that. I just wanted to enjoy that with the lads. And now, like I say, I'm on my own now, but tomorrow, possibly later on, there's a social for the rest of the week with Ian and Catherine, who own the lake, and a few of their friends, and they were kind enough to offer me a spot to join them, which I've gladly taken up. So at the moment, I'll tell you the situation with the rods. 3 rods, obviously when you book this place, you book the lake out, so they allow you up to 3 rods when you've got the lake booked, otherwise it's 2 rods. I've got 3 rods out, one over by some lilies on a spot that I found in the boat. Middle one is over close to the far bank by an overhanging tree branch, again been out on the boat and found a nice clear patch, so that's over there. And my left rod is a stiff tinge choddy, and that's over by the island, and that's kind of roaming. There's a bit of weed over there, no real clear spot, so I'm just that's a gentle drop in, just weighted enough to make it slowly drop, and I'm just flicking that around. The baits is XL baits, the KSC, which I'm really liking, enjoying all their bits at the moment. The stiffed hinge is on a VNF washed out pink pop-up, again from XL Baits. A few handfuls of bait have gone over the top of the spots, and yeah, no joys at the moment. It's not particularly deep in this area, I've found, sort of looking at 3 foot or so, but it's very sort of egg boxy, up and down all over. There was lots of weed. They've done lots of work still, but there is still a bit of weed here and there, a bit of silt and that, but it's a clay bottom. Like I say, I've found 2 really nice clear spots, not massive by any means, but clear enough to present a bait. So them 2 spots are both KSC bottom baits, standard normal rig, using the new Fox semi-stiffed Camotex hook link, which I did put a post on the group about. Really rate it, really rate it. When you steam that hook link, it stays straight. Doesn't matter what you do to it, it just seems to stay straight. It is absolutely wicked. So that, like I say, them 2 rigs on them clear spots are bottom baits, and they're on that semi-stiffed. And of course the left one being on a hinge is obviously mouth trap, because I prefer that's what I use. Say obviously other people use different bits, but heavy skin for the boom, quite a long boom, just purely because of the amount of weed and bits and bobs. I want that to sort of lay up and not get dragged down too much. Yeah, that's just a quick update where we're at. Like I say, here till Thursday I'll have Catherine, Ian, Clive and Luke, and not sure who else. You're going to have to forgive me for, I've not met everyone yet. I've met obviously Ian and Catherine and Clive, but some of the others I haven't met yet, so we'll meet them as we go. This is probably going to be the most I do talking to camera. I'll plan for this diary bit to be a bit more just snapshots of the sessions as I do them. Not going to be no long 1 hour movie type things like we do on our normal sessions, as this diary piece is literally going to be that regular visits for a whole year. Just want you to be able to see the changing in the lake and the changing in the fish, whether they put on weight and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's going to be slightly different. The weather, let's talk about the weather. October, the colours down here are immense. Reds, greens, yellows, browns. It's pretty as hell. It's pretty as hell in the summer. Obviously you've seen some of the pictures I did on our very first visit, but the colours are changing even more now. Leaves everywhere, and yeah, it's really pretty. I'll try and capture some of that, obviously, be it in pictures or on the videos. But it's lovely at the minute. The sun is out and you can really feel the heat. It's not mega warm, but it's pucker at the minute. It's really good. It is dropping quite cold at night, and it's quite cold in the mornings. Enough to put a coat on cold, so there is a drop in temperature. But everything's pretty good. It's lovely, and like I say, me on my own now, it's like a little bit of paradise now. Sun's out, looks beautiful. Madam's happy, I'm happy. We've got food, we've got water, plenty of tea bags, PG at that. And yeah, so I'll be plenty of sort of short clips, I think. Me taking little shots of bits and bobs and cutting it. I'm trying to improve my editing skills. You see the Nash stuff and what other people do as far as editing and putting films together. I'd love to be as good as that. Whether I'll ever have the time to get anywhere near that, or indeed the program skills and knowledge and the program itself to be able to do that, I don't know. Pictures, hopefully they'll always be good. I'm starting to obviously get better and better at that, and the more you learn, the more the quality becomes a lot better. So yeah, for now I'm going to sign off, and I'll do a little bit later on, and keep watching. Black Lagoon Diaries starts here. No. Where? Sit down. Come here. Where? Come. Where? Where's the fishes? Where's all the fishes? Right, 4:10 Monday, and still quiet. Other people are here. The owners, Catherine and Ian. Luke sat up next to me, and Clive is down in the church, which is a very last swim. I say 4:10. All is quiet. Change of tactics, popped everything up, multi-rigs. They're on the KSC pop-ups. Well, one's on a VNF pop-up, and what's the other one on? The other one is on a Golden Balls from Infusion Bait, so the last lot that I've had from them. Still a good bait, so I still use them every now and then. And it's just a colour thing. I'm just seeing if a colour makes any difference. All multi-rigs, all dropping very slowly. Cast onto a couple of nice spots, and everyone else is sorting themselves out. Hopefully with a few more people on the lake might get the fish moving about. But it's been a nice, quiet, relaxed day. Weather's been okay, it's not too cold. Colours are awesome. And Madam, been pretty good, isn't ya? Madam's been pretty good. Apart from jumping on Luke's bed as soon as he put it up and going to sleep. She's been pretty good. Ain't that right, Missy? What's this? What's this? Look. Say hello. Say hello. Hi. Yeah, that's her happy face. You happy? Overjoyed. So keep watching the water, and I'll update later. You happy enough? Nice. Right, 11:20, Tuesday, quiet night, bit of action this morning. I had a run about 7 o'clock, which resulted in nothing, so not quite sure what that was, but it's a promising bit of movement. Okay, no fish, but at least I know something's in and around the areas. In the next hour or so I'm going to reel the rods in, and I'm going to go out in the boat, check the spots, see what's going on, see if any of the bait's been mocked up. Madam hasn't been up long, she's keeping an eye on the rods. So yeah, not a lot happening at the minute. No one's had anything. I think there was 1 or 2 fish that may have been lost, runs, but resulting in nothing, so same story all round. That was further down the lake. Yeah, quiet night otherwise. Fairly chilly this morning. Got up and done some pictures early on. I may have done some video, I can't remember. But yeah, little update. But we're now on Tuesday, so I need to hurry up. It's been a few days now and not had nothing. Right, let me see. Yeah, so I think the rigs are right. Multi-rig, dropping down slowly. I say there's a couple of clear spots, but just in case I do miss them spots, because they're not very big, and I'm hitting the weed or landing the weed, then the multi-rigs, and they're just literally popped up a little bit, not a lot, but they're weighted so they sink really slowly, so I think that is definitely the way to go. But yeah, I'm going to have a boat around, see what's going on, see if I can see any of the bait that's left out there, or I don't know, disturb any fish while I'm out there, see what's happening. Yeah, that's it at the minute. So what's happening? You falling asleep? You falling asleep? You tired? You know you just got up. Are you tired? Are you lazy? You lazy? What's with that tongue? Where's your tongue? Hey? Beautiful girl. Get your tongue away. Get your tongue away. Right, it's 8:20 Wednesday morning and nothing's happening. Two different spots yesterday and last night. Brought the rods in for a couple of hours in the afternoon. Went out on the boat, had a search about. I was looking for a couple of decent spots that were in a bit deeper water. I found some a lot closer into me, basically the near margin, and felt like I could present a rig pretty decently.
and feel that they're in the right spots, and they went down okay, but nothing's happened. Yeah, autumn's definitely here, as you can see with all the leaves. That natural autumn camo on the bivvy. Yeah, tea's been made. What is it, 20 past 8, 25 past 8, I've been up for about an hour. And yeah, quite misty today. It doesn't feel too cold, to be fair. But yeah, it's been quiet all round. There's been no notifications of anything being caught or any action. It's been a hard week. So a week, what have I done? 4 or 5 days. The fish are hiding somewhere. Just finding out where. So, yeah. It's not happening. Tried different rigs, tried a different area. Not seeing a lot of fish. Luke, who's next to me, did go out on the boat yesterday as well. Went over towards the pads, and there was 4 or 5 fish in the pads at the back, but they're right at the back in the pads. I'm wondering whether they're not coming out. He's fishing them pads and put a bit of bait in there, but yeah, he's had no action either. So far the start to the Black Lagoon Diary is not a lot. But we'll persevere. Another day or so to go, and see what happens. So 8 o'clock in the morning, Thursday, last day. It's been hard work. However, I did have a fish last night. Not what we was after, but I'm just glad to have had a fish. About 11:30, I had a tench. They're pretty little tench, you know, nothing big. which went straight back, properly nailed, so I know the rigs are good. Like I say, it's 8 o'clock now, just gone. I've been up since, I don't know, 5:30, 6, listening, watching. It's been completely dark and there was a bit of a fog this morning. It's going to be cloudy all day, so there's going to be no bright sunshine today. I'm tempted to move the rods back to the original spots over the back where it's slightly shallower. I don't know why. I had no results on them spots. I had no results on the spots that I've moved to now, which are closer. But I'm just tempted to put maybe one of them back over the back, keep one in deep water, one in the slightly shallower water, over near the pads. Just because I know like they're sitting in there at times in the pads at the back, regardless how deep it is. But to be honest, I've not heard or seen anything anywhere. I think that's been the situation for everyone. The lake is completely shut down. As you might be able to hear, I'll see if I can show you. As you might be able to hear, Madam is sleeping and snoring. Oh, there's movement. And she's back off again. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what though, for our first trip on a lake fishing with me, she's been exceptionally good. Not too good when you make some food and she barks at you because she wants some. And she's pretty much on a diet, shall we say, trying to get some of the weight off her. She wasn't too well before we come, had a visit to the vets. So she's on some antibiotics as well at the minute. But that seems to have passed, whatever the problem was. I think it's just an infection. And yeah, she's been superb. It's been great having her, to be honest, especially down here. She can wander around as she pleases. Yeah. I know some people are going to say to me, you know, well, you've done, what now, 5, 6 days, not caught anything. What's the point? I guess it's them people that don't quite understand the full point about fishing. I've said it many times before. It's not always about the catching. Of course, that's what we come for. And of course, you always want maybe the bigger fish, maybe, you know. You're always hoping that it'd be a big one. I've sat here for 5 days, whatever it is, and enjoyed every minute of it. Obviously, I'm down here with the owners, Ian and Catherine. Luke next to me, who, first time I've met Luke, and he's an absolute diamond. I mean, a proper, you know, when you bump into people that are on your level, I can see him being about a bit more on some of our normal sessions with the boys, to be fair. He's absolute superb. Clive's right up the other end in the church. Again, top man. Catherine, I think Catherine may have gone home last night. She did have a problem with the dogs, so that needed to be dealt with. So unfortunately, she's had a sort of a in and out social session, shall we say, the odd day and the odd night, and sort of had to keep going backwards and forwards. But I'm quite happy to have sat here like I have done and worked at it worked and worked at it. Nothing's paid off yet, but second visit. And what I can say is the knowledge that's been gained from this trip is certainly going to hold me in good stead for future visits. Being out in the boat so much over the last few days and really having a good look at the water from on the water, it's an half-change your perspective of everything. I mean, of course you can flick a marker lead out there and find the depths and find out if it's clear or whatever, but to do it from the boat, it's a whole new view. And yeah, there's been loads of knowledge gained. Obviously I could have always worked harder at it, really sat and scoped the water out, but when you've been invited to a social and you've got other people here and you know, you've got to spend a bit of time with them people and have a bit of a laugh and all that, which is exactly what I have done at times. And then there has been times I've been myself and been a little bit antisocial. So I've done a bit of both. But to sit here for the 5 days or whatever it is, in this surrounding with nature all around you, I'm talking the squirrels that are running around in the trees that I've tried to, every now and then I've tried to get pictures of, but they're not having it. The kingfisher that flies across the lake every now and then you catch glimpses of, and again, really want to catch a really nice picture of a kingfisher, but I'm going to have to keep waiting for that one. But this whole place, the whole atmosphere to this lake is a special place. And yeah, enjoyed it immensely. I plan to be on here a lot, don't forget, so for the first few trips, however many trips, obviously first time we come down I managed to have a fish and some of the boys had a fish. Luckily Mikey had a fish this weekend, just the one. It's the only carp that's been out this weekend. But yeah, this is my kind of fishing. Sitting in a beautiful area, fishing a lake that's not a runs water by any means, but when they turn on I know a few fish will come out. But having to work it, not just put your rods out and flick it out and not worry about it, knowing that everything's completely level, it's all clear, a little bit of that easy fishing if you like. I do like the challenge, and it's kind of really got me up for figuring this place out, unlocking the code to it and nicking a few of these inhabitants that are in here. And there's some real old fish in here. There was a little stocking, they did put a few, what was it, 5, 6, I don't know, 6 or 7 fish that went in on Saturday. Some new stockies that have gone in. I did some photos for Ian and Catherine of the fish, so I'm sure they'll go up on the Black Lagoon Facebook page at some point just to show up what's been put in. Who knows, maybe that's made a little difference to the fishing. Some new residents going in, maybe that's kind of freaked them out a little bit, I don't know. Obviously they've done a lot of work over the last, well, couple of months or so, just clearing the weed. This place was left in a bit of disarray when they took over it, and like I say before, they've done lots of work here. I think the last time they were in there clearing weed was about a month or so ago. So all the fish and their general hiding places and what they're used to has changed quite dramatically. And again, that may have shocked them a little bit, along with the temperature drops. I mean, the water was freezing when we first came about a month ago or so. It was nice. It was nice weather, but the temperature of the water was a lot warmer. That's completely changed, and it's quite shallow in front of me. Like this main part of the lake is quite shallow. Majority of it. So that temperature change would have affected it quite quickly, I would say. I've walked down into swim 1 behind the island, which is, you know, quite a dead area, or it looks dead area, but you know the fish get in there definitely. Went round there in the boat and that, and there's been some real deep spots in 1. I haven't ventured no further up. Obviously Luke, who's next door to me in 3, he's ventured and done his little bit, and I'd been out there on my first session because I was in 3. But anything further up, Catherine's and further down the lake, I haven't really explored them yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to really getting to know the place and understand it. Try and get down here as much as possible to do these diary pieces. And of course, so you can all see the lake change. Not just see the fish come out, but I mean, at the moment, autumn, the colours are immense. I've done a lot of pictures this trip. Again, I can only hope it does it justice, but the colours are unreal down here. But soon, all them colours will be dropping completely, and it'll be trees being bare and not a lot of foliage whatsoever. So you'll get to see that, but then hopefully you'll get to see after the winter and spring coming through, start seeing it all budding up again and leaves starting to form, and then into summer when it's in full bloom again. I'm hoping you can watch that with me, which is why I'm doing this diary piece. And of course along the way I'm hoping that there may be a 1, 2 or 10 that may grace the net. But tactics are being put into place. Luke, I believe, is going to get a winter ticket, so he's going to be on here during the winter with me hopefully, and maybe there'll be future sessions as well into the year where he'll be joining us. Mikey, Yoda, obviously will be getting back down again as well, I'm assuming so. I know they still want to catch a few of the fish out of here, so yeah. But at the moment, last day, so at some point we're going to be packing up, and it's going to be a real slow pack up because we've got all day to do it. I'm just sitting here enjoying it, had my tea. Deadly quiet. Ducks having a few rows on the lake. But yeah, can't be bad, can it? Even if you don't catch, definitely not bad.
o'clock. Thursday. Van's loaded, it's time to go home. One tench. It's not always good, but fishing is fishing. And I was in a great place, so that's all that matters. Plenty of info learned, ready for the next time up here. And once I get all that information together, I'm sure we can capture a few. But it's time to say goodbye. It's been long enough, and I badly need a shower or bath or both, and some seriously home cooked food of some sort. I think someone's got the hump. Toya, we going home? Toya, we going home? Don't you want to go? Do you want to stay here? What's wrong? You want to stay here, dear? So that's all, folks. It's time to go home. Yeah. I think she enjoyed it. Bless. So yeah, journey home. That's it.